Hey, I'm Joe Kurtenbach with American Rifleman. This is the 2019 NRA annual meetings and exhibits here in Indianapolis, Indiana. And I'm at the Hornady booth for a pretty exciting introduction for the company, the A-Tip. I'm joined by Neal Emery. And Neal, why don't you run us through some of the features of this new product?
Sure. Well, this has been a really exciting product for us. This is a new match bullet called the A-Tip, as you mentioned, and that's what people are going to notice first. This has an aluminum tip, but there's way more to this bullet than just a different tip. We've been down this road before. We've been doing aluminum in the 50 BMG AMAX for decades. We used to do some match bullets with headed aluminum tips and so on, but we went away from that. We went to polymer. That was really better for the time. But the times have changed where we're able to precision turn these aluminum tips now and get these bullets to do exactly what we want to do with them as far as the stability, the balance, all of that stuff. And we could talk technical stuff for a while, but really most people just want to know what it is, what it does. The other big part of the story is these are sequentially packaged right off the press. We're not touching them, we're not bulk handling them, we're not tumbling them and so on. Yeah. You are getting 1 through 100 as they came off the press. If you buy a sleeve of 5 of these boxes, you are getting 500 mini clones that came off one after the other, after the other, after the other, that go right into the box, oriented packaging. There's a little, what looks like a Crown Royal bag in there that basically if you want to take them and wipe them down, there may be a little bit of grease on the bullets and all that, because like I said, we're not going to put them in a bucket, we're not going to tumble them, we're not going to do anything. Kind of more of a small batch boutique type bullet making process from really the biggest private bullet maker in the world. We're kind of doing it all.
And for people that aren't familiar, maybe they don't hand load enough, or they don't hand load at all. The reason that consistency and that sequential ordering is important, is because it's all about consistency when it comes to getting that repeatable precision.
Yes.
That's why machines, as they manufacture these parts, these bullets, the tolerances shift very slightly from each little bit. So, as the machines wear down, as the dies wear down. So having 100 in a row, basically that means that those machines are going to be at the same tolerance throughout that run.
Absolutely.
So you're keeping the consistencies, even in these bullets, which are ultra consistent anyway, down to a minimum.
Yeah.
And again, with those tips, it's not just about changing the tip material, but you're able to adjust the center of gravity for these bullets as they fly. Also, one thing that we know is you can machine these longer than you could a polymer tip. You can keep the material stable, and that longer bullet, that more aerodynamic design, is also going to be a big assistant, especially on those long-range shots.
Yeah, and we love polymer. The ELD bullets, they're not going anywhere.
Right.
We sell a lot of those. They're great bullets. Basically, for us, we look at it as those are our Corvette. Now we have a Ferrari. The aluminum, the turned aluminum tips and all that makes the cost of these go up quite a bit. They're maybe not going to be for everybody, but for the people that can benefit from the extra stability, consistency, so on, especially guys shooting PRS or ELR matches and all that, these are really the best bullet that we've ever made.
Yeah, and we were just out at kind of a preview event. Mm-hmm. I actually got to shoot the new bullet. And we shot it out to 2,200 yards, I think, which the first time I had surpassed 2,000 yards and made hits at that range. And also talking to some of your shooting pros who are out there who have already shot hundreds, if not thousands, of these bullets. The comment that stuck with me the most was that if he shot 5 shots or five shot groups with his previous best match bullet, he would have a couple really good groups in there. But the consistency provided by the A-Tip bullets meant that all 5 groups shot with the A-Tip would be about the same size as his best group with the previous best. And so it's really all about consistency, and that's what this bullet provides.
Absolutely. To add to that part of the story, we built these bullets, we knew what they would do, but we wanted to, get a little proof out of it by sending it to a bunch of those pro shooters. We didn't give them any details. We just said, hey, shoot these, report back, don't show anybody. They're still super secret, and that's all we did. So a lot of them just put them in the same load they'd been using with other, the 108 ELD match and 6mm, for example, and so on. Shot them, and we started getting reports back, and before they even got to the technical details about, how much better it performed or whatever, it was all, hey, I need more. Can I have more? Can you send me a few thousand more? I got a few more matches coming up. I really want to shoot more. And that was just music to our ears. Then
they
you know
didn't
you're
want to
really
go
onto
back
something.
to what they were using before. They had found a better answer, and they wanted to stick with it.
Absolutely. So that's a great thing. And of course, the one that we did first and sent out was the 6mm 110 grain A-tip.
Right.
We also have two 6.5s. We have 135 grain that's going to be really a sweet spot in 6.5 Creedmoor-ish capacity cartridges. A 153 grain 6.5 if you're thinking like 6.5 PRC and the like. And then we have two 30 cals, a 230 grain and a 250. And I did say 250 grain 30 cal A-tip match bullet. That is
That's a heavy
perfectly
bullet.
well suited for the new 300 PRC cartridge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It truly sets that cartridge apart now when you have BC in that's higher than Lapua, the 338 Lapua rounds that are out there.
Well, great new product here. Look forward to seeing more reports, more people start using it in some of these long-range competitions, and I think it's going to be a really successful product for you guys.
Thank you very much.
For more information, of course, you can go to Hornady.com.